So welcome here and let's start with our types of recording modes in UFT. Types of recording in UFT. So actually earlier we used to have only three recording modes. First one is a standard or normal or default recording mode. Second one is analog recording and third one is low level recording. In spite of this, the latest recording mode what we have, we'll call this as inside recording, which is implemented in UFT. Earlier QTP doesn't have this inside recording. I can call this as image based recording mode. Image based recording. So QTP started identifying the objects using its UI images also. The latest feature which is implemented in QTP 12. Okay, now let's go ahead and let's discuss about all these recording modes. Let's start with the standard recording here. Let me write this in a notepad so that I can send you. That's good. So let's start with the first recording mode, standard recording. The one what we have performed in our last session, basically it falls under standard recording. So before that, let me comment this standard recording. So chalo. Now let's start the standard recording. The standard recording is a default recording mode. As I discussed earlier, means when I click on record, so automatically it will take you to the standard recording only. So just click on record. Try to perform the activity on the application. See here on the sample application, I am trying to write some name. See here, it has written some name and let me write password and just click on OK. The three things what we need to observe here is the first point. Whenever I click on record and if I perform activity on the application, for each transaction I am going to get a separate line. For the first time, when I performed an agent name, I got a line of a script. For the password, I got a line of a script. For clicking on OK button, I got a line of a script. So in a standard recording for each user operation, you are going to get a separate line. So the standard recording for each user operation, for each action, separate line will be generated. That is the point one. Next, see here, I have written agent name John, have written some password, but it is displaying in a secure manner, and along with that have clicked on OK button. So I have written from keyboard, yes, I have made operations from keyboard, I have made operations from mouse, means clicking on that. So if I perform the activity from mouse or else if I perform the activity from keyboard, it records them perfectly. Okay, so let me show you that once again here. Just I am clicking on record. To your left side of a screen, you can see the script. Just I am selecting London. London is already selected, so let me select Sydney. So this is what I have done with the mouse. Select London and select some date here. So here, this all operation I am going to do it by mouse itself. And select some date here. So here for each iteration, sorry, for each action, it is giving a separate line. Everything is good. And here passenger name, I'm going to write it as a Kiran using my keyboard and click on order. You can see it here, the order has been successfully placed and it is saying that order 88 completed. So just click on stop. So what does it mean if I do a mouse operations or else if I do keyboard operation, it is successfully writing them. So let me move to this position again and let me run the test. I select Sydney, London, it has selected the date. So all the activities, even writing the Kiran has been done successfully. See here, it has even generated the order number 2. So all the activities what I have done earlier has been successfully done. So few things what we need to understand is here in the standard recording, for each iteration it will, sorry, for each operation it will give you a separate line, and not only giving the separate line, actually it clicks and writing the data will be taken into consideration. Yes, just have a look on this, the third one. If you want to do about a standard recording, if you work on an edit box, it is saying that combo box. If I work on, see here, combo box. If I work on image, it is saying image, combo box. If I work on button, button, table, button, edit, button. Yes, so it is trying to list out the class of a object. If I worked on a button, literally it is saying as button. If I worked on an edit box, it is saying as edit. It is trying to display even the class of a object. So it is looking at the object in a proper manner. Here, this is the third point what we need to remember about standard recording. First, for each iteration, it will give you a separate line. Next, it records mouse clicks and keyboard operations. Third, it lists out you details, or else it will list the class of an object properly. Okay, so next one we have analog recording. So before going to the analog recording, let me write here, for each action separate line will be generated, and next it works great on keyboard and mouse clicks, right? Next, the C, it displays class of a object, means whether it is a edit box or button, so that will be listed up. Okay, now here with the standard recording, and let's, standard recording actually has a problem. It will not work with mouse movements. If you want to do anything with a mouse movement, standard recording will not support for that. That is what the limitation what we have with a standard recording. Let me open some paint and let me perform the activity. Just click on record, and this is your application, and let me write few things here like learn QA online .in, sorry .com. So I have written something and just stop the test. A thing has been generated. So first of all, it has not identified the paint element itself, right? Yes. So analog record, so standard recording fails with mouse movements. Like if you want to drag and drop or pull or to write something, if that is the case, like digital signature, if that is the case, like standard recording will not work. It has a limitation. Clear? Now let's go ahead with analog recording.